Chosen ones, lean in for a moment. What I'm about to share won't just brush past you. It will land deep, like truth you've secretly needed but didn't know how to ask for. If these words have found you right now, it isn't coincidence. It's because God is drawing you into a sacred pause, a moment you're not meant to overlook. Many of you are standing on the edge of the most fragile chapter of your spiritual walk without even realizing it. Something in your life is shifting, and heaven is trying to get your attention. I've lived this pattern myself. I've stayed connected to people who looked harmless on the surface, but quietly drained my strength and blurred my direction. And in my spirit, I sensed God prompting me to let them go, but I hesitated. I thought I was protecting the relationship, but God was protecting me. Scripture reminds us, above all else, guard your heart, for everything you do flows from it. Proverbs 4:23. When God steps in and removes someone, he isn't being dramatic. He's shielding something tender, something still growing, something that can be damaged by the wrong presence. Sometimes his intervention feels abrupt, but his intention is always love. There's a reason Jesus said, "No one pours new wine into old wineskins." Mark 2:22. Some people may not be able to walk with you into the version of yourself God is shaping, and holding on to them can cost you blessings you don't even know are on the way. Before we go further into today's message, take a moment to prepare your spirit and help this word reach every person who needs it. Tap the like button, hit subscribe so we can reach our goal of 99,000, and comment the number 99 below. Let it be your sign of alignment, your declaration that you're ready for clarity and divine protection. And as you step forward into this moment God has placed in front of you, I want to invite you to engage with faith. If you're ready to receive what he is revealing today, type 777 in the comments. Let it be your yes, your agreement, your symbol that you're choosing God's path over familiar comfort. To everyone who comments, who leaves a prayer, who shows your faith publicly, thank you. Even if we can't respond to every message, know this, your heart is seen, your journey is known. You are not walking alone. God's hand is over you, guiding, guarding, and lifting you. Stay with me until the very end, because we're closing today with a prayer that I believe will shift the atmosphere around you. Right now, even if you can't fully name it, something in your life is shifting. It's quiet, subtle, almost like the soft turn of a page in a book you didn't know you were reading. Yet your spirit feels it. You're being prepared for a new assignment, and every part of you is becoming more alert, more tender, more aware. That's why certain people no longer feel the same. Their presence weighs differently. Their words linger longer than they should. What once felt familiar now feels foreign. This is not coincidence. It is the gentle but firm hand of God guiding you through a transition where your strength, clarity, and faith must be protected. When God calls someone into a new season, he often begins by separating them from what cannot walk with them. Just as God called Abraham into a new place, Scripture shows us that God sometimes creates distance before revealing destiny. Some ties in your own life have become quiet burdens, not dramatic, not obvious, but draining in ways that slow your spirit. Every conversation pulls at you. Every interaction chips away at your focus. These aren't harmless moments. They're signals, divine alarms, and God is urging you to release what no longer aligns with where he is leading you. This isn't punishment. It isn't rejection. It's protection. God sees what you cannot see. He notices the emotional leaks, the spiritual frictions, the subtle ways certain connections keep you tethered to an old version of yourself. You may care deeply for them, you may feel responsible for their feelings, but heaven's instruction is clear. Make room. Just as Jesus said, every branch that does bear fruit, he prunes, so it will be even more fruitful. Pruning feels like loss, but it is actually preparation for abundance. You've overcome struggles that would have broken others. You've kept your heart soft in seasons designed to harden it. That alone is proof that you're being positioned for something higher. But elevation requires space, and space requires release. When the Israelites left Egypt, God didn't allow them to carry every familiar thing with them. Their path required lightness. Your path does too. Some connections simply cannot hold the weight of the blessings waiting for you. Your life is being recalibrated. God is adjusting your thoughts, your emotions, your choices, so they match the frequency of your purpose. And as this tuning happens, old patterns may fall away. Old relationships may fade. Old comforts may feel strangely out of place. This disconnect, uncomfortable as it is a sign that your spirit is rising. It's the same way a musician tunes an instrument, tightening and loosening each string until harmony is restored. Your heart is being shaped to come into deeper alignment with God's will. And yes, this can feel lonely, even surreal. There may be moments when your own thoughts surprise you, moments where you feel suspended between who you were and who you're becoming. But this is the cocoon before transformation, a sacred enclosure where God shields you while He expands you. Remember how Elijah, exhausted and overwhelmed, was led into the wilderness and then into the whisper of God. Isolation was not his downfall, it was the doorway to renewal. Surrender is your key now. Not surrender to fear, but surrender to divine shaping. Allow yourself to be still long enough for God to rearrange what needs rearranging. Let Him remove the noise so you can hear the truth. Let Him empty the old so the new can take form. Inside you, beneath old habits, beneath old expectations, there is potential that has been waiting for this very moment to awaken. When you step into this new space, even if others don't understand, even if they question your shift, let their confusion stay with them. Your focus is obedience. Your calling is forward. And as you honor that calling, the path ahead will begin to unfold with a clarity you've never known. Doors you couldn't open before will open on their own. Opportunities that once felt out of reach will meet you where you stand. Blessings that were delayed will find their way back to you. You are standing at the threshold of something profound, not symbolic, but real. A transformative moment where heaven and earth seem to meet right at your feet. Trust this process, protect your energy, guard your heart, and allow God to complete the work He has already begun within you. This is your time to rise. Your time to step into the life that has been waiting quietly, patiently, faithfully for you. A new strength is stirring inside you, steady and unmistakable, and it can't coexist with anything that pulls you downward. This strength isn't loud, but it's potent. It carries the essence of the breakthrough God has been shaping in you for years. It's the kind of power that reshapes lives, redirects paths, and opens doors that once seemed sealed shut. And yes, this power often awakens in solitude. Isolation is not exile. It's the fire in which your courage is purified. It's where you learn to stay anchored, even when others question your direction or fail to understand the transformation happening within you. You may feel the world tugging at your old habits, the familiar trying to reclaim you, but you are no longer who you were. Your spirit thrives in clarity, in focus, in sacred alignment. This is the season where God sharpens you, turning your life into an instrument capable of remarkable influence. The small decisions you make now, the quiet yeses to God's leading, are multiplying your capacity to receive favor you once thought belonged to others. Every tremor of doubt you face is an invitation to root yourself deeper in faith. Think of Peter stepping out onto the water. The storm didn't stop, the waves didn't quiet, but the miracle was in his willingness to trust the one who called his name. In the same way, your ability to stand steady, even when misunderstood or challenged, becomes the measure of your upcoming ascent. Your energy is sacred now, and God intends to use it for purposes far beyond temporary connection or convenience. Not everyone will understand the changes taking place in you. Some simply aren't ready to resonate with the spiritual frequency you're rising into. This doesn't make them wrong, it just means they can't walk the next stretch of your journey. God's instruction to release them is not born from anger, it's born from urgency. Holding tight to what cannot grow with you will only drain you and delay what heaven is preparing. And yes, sometimes that release touches close friends, trusted mentors, even family. Still, God's design puts your destiny before your comfort, not because He is harsh, but because He is faithful. As you let go, notice the lightness that begins to fill your spirit. Breath returns to your lungs, clarity sharpens. You start to see what once felt foggy. This is the freedom that comes when God clears away noise, so your purpose can finally breathe. Separation becomes preparation. Letting go becomes obedience. And obedience becomes the seedbed of your next miracle. Your transformation may unsettle people. You may speak differently, move differently, decide differently. The shift in you will be undeniable. But transformation rarely fits inside the expectations others formed when you were less awake, less aware, less aligned. Samuel almost anointed the wrong king because he judged by appearance, not by God's vision. People in your life may do the same, misreading your change as strangeness because they cannot see what God sees. Don't let their perspective shrink your growth. The wisdom rising in you, the clarity forming in your choices, the strength underpinning your voice, these are signs of divine alignment. Proof that your breakthrough is not coming from the surface of your life, but from its foundation. Let this shock factor be confirmation that you're evolving at depths others cannot access. Even those who love you deeply may not be able to walk beside you through this elevation. God sometimes shields the most delicate phases of growth by calling His chosen ones into solitude. Not loneliness, but holy separation. A quiet space where distractions fade and your spirit gains the room it needs to stretch and strengthen. In this stillness, you'll hear God more clearly. Opportunities, once invisible, will start to appear. Awareness will heighten. Purpose will sharpen. This solitude becomes the place where your transformation begins to take shape, the place where your higher self begins to take form. Every tear you've shed, every long night you've endured, every moment you kept going when surrender would have been easier, none of it has gone unnoticed. God saw every sacrifice, every unseen battle, every act of faith that cost you something. These moments have been the foundation stones of your breakthrough. Your struggles were never pointless, they were investments. And now, heaven is preparing to release the return. God is aligning events, shifting circumstances, and clearing obstacles you didn't even know existed. The blessings ahead are intentional, tailored, timed, and targeted. So, when others call you different or strange, when they fail to understand your decisions, remember this: elevation often looks unfamiliar to those who haven't felt its pull. Their judgments are not a measure of your worth or readiness. They simply reveal the distance between where you are going and where they have chosen to remain. Move forward with courage. This is your sacred test of endurance. Every misunderstanding becomes evidence that you're rising. Every moment you hold your focus becomes preparation for the power that God is ready to place in your hands. And as this transformation intensifies, your life will soon reflect what has been happening inside you. A multiplication so profound that only God Himself could have authored it. God is preparing to place a new strength in your hands, a strength that will guide everything you build and influence every step you take. The dreams you've carried quietly, the work you've poured yourself into, the seeds you planted with shaky faith, all of it is about to take shape. What once felt stalled will begin to breathe. What once stayed small will stretch beyond its borders. What once hid in the shadows will rise into view. This isn't ordinary success. This is what happens when divine favor meets a willing spirit. When God breathes on your effort, walls become doors and impossibilities become pathways. As this acceleration unfolds, hold it with humility. God isn't elevating you simply for personal gain. He's shaping you into a vessel through which others will find hope, direction, and strength. Think of Joseph, who endured betrayal, injustice, and isolation, only to rise into a position where his wisdom preserved nations. His rise wasn't about his promotion, it was about the purpose his promotion unlocked. In the same way, your work, your voice, your presence will begin to carry the imprint of God's power, touching lives in ways you may never fully see. This next season may come with a clarity and momentum that surprises you. The shift you're stepping into is expansive, touching every corner of your existence, your faith, your relationships, your calling, your identity. The pieces of your life that once felt scattered are being drawn together into alignment. Where you once hesitated, you will now feel clarity. Where you once felt doubt, you will feel steady conviction. This is God orchestrating the unseen details, arranging people and opportunities with precision only heaven can manage. Your breakthrough isn't accidental, it is intentional, timed, and unstoppable. Step into it boldly. There is no room left for fear or hesitation. When the Israelites approached the Red Sea, God told Moses, "Why are you crying out to me? Tell the Israelites to move forward." Forward was the command, forward became the miracle. Your own movement, your willingness to trust what you cannot yet see, will activate what God has prepared for you. With this elevation comes a sobering truth. The higher you rise, the more vulnerable your spirit becomes to the small things that once went unnoticed. You are entering a point in your journey where even slight contamination can disrupt your momentum. Old environments, familiar voices, or draining connections can no longer accompany you. Their presence may not be malicious, yet their influence is heavy enough to cloud your focus. Letting them go is not cruelty, it is survival. Guard your spirit with the intention of a warrior protecting the final gate. Not everyone who stands beside you is equipped to guard what God is building in you. Even well-meaning people can pull you back into patterns that dilute your clarity. One careless conversation can shift your mindset. One emotional tie from the past can reopen battles God already delivered you from. The margin for distraction is gone. The stakes are too high. Your purpose is too costly. Some relationships will fall apart without warning, and this time you must resist the urge to chase or repair. This is divine surgery, precise, necessary, and purposeful. God is removing what drains you, what blurs your discernment, what secretly siphons your strength. It may confuse you at first, it may ache, but heaven sees the wounds you cannot see, the intentions you missed, the spiritual weight you were never meant to carry. Their departure is not loss, it is release. Those who fall away were never meant to travel the entire journey with you. Some were seasonal guides, some were lessons. Some were comfort during wilderness years, others were obstacles disguised as companionship. Letting go doesn't mean you lack love. It means you recognize that your destiny requires space, clarity, and unburdened faith. Every separation creates room for what is truly aligned. In this season, silence becomes your shield. You don't need to explain your growth to those who cannot comprehend the storms you survived. Jesus often withdrew to lonely places to pray, not because he feared people, but because revelation flourishes in quiet spaces. Silence protects what words cannot. Some may misread your stillness, some may accuse you of distance, but wisdom teaches you to guard what God whispers in secret. Your elevation does not need an audience, it needs protection. Let your silence confuse what was meant to distract you. Let your results speak the words you no longer need to say. As you grow, your very life will testify to what God has done. And now God is pulling you into a sacred form of isolation, not abandonment, but consecration. A spiritual quarantine where only His voice can reach you. Just as Moses was hidden for 40 days on the mountain, and David was shaped in obscurity before he ever held a crown, there are seasons when God sets His people apart so they can grow without interference. This may be such a season for you. People may misunderstand your withdrawal. They may think you've changed, and in truth, you have. You're under divine reconstruction. God is rewiring your instincts, sharpening your discernment, cleansing your vision. In this secluded place, your soul becomes fertile ground for revelation. When this season ends, and it will, you won't emerge as who you were. You'll rise carrying new authority, deeper peace, and a power that cannot be shaken by the noise of the world. Divine quarantine is not hiding. It is the final shaping before unveiling. Before we pray together, take a breath and let your heart settle. What you're about to speak is not routine. It's a moment of alignment, a way of opening your spirit to what God is already doing within you. Let's step into prayer. Father, I come before you with a heart that is open, humble, and ready to receive. I thank you for the quiet ways you lead, the gentle ways you protect, and the faithful ways you shape my life, even when I don't fully understand the process. Today, I ask that you make my spirit sensitive to your voice. Help me recognize the shifts you are bringing, and give me the courage to follow you without hesitation. Lord, you see every chapter of my journey, even the ones I have not walked into yet. You know the weight I carry, the questions I don't speak aloud, the people I love, and the places where my heart has grown tired. You understand the transitions that feel uncomfortable and the changes I didn't expect. And yet, you remind me that nothing in my life moves without purpose. Nothing you allow is wasted. So I surrender this moment to you and ask you to guide me with clarity and peace. Father, if there are relationships in my life that no longer align with where you're taking me, give me the strength to release them without fear, guilt, or confusion. Protect my heart from the temptation to hold on to what no longer carries your blessing. Teach me to trust that every separation you orchestrate is an act of mercy, not punishment. Guard my spirit from anything that drains my purpose or pulls me out of alignment with your will. Lord, help me understand when you are closing a door, even if part of me still clings to the familiarity behind it. Remind me that you never remove anything without preparing something better. Show me how to guard my heart, as your word teaches in Proverbs 4:23. And when you prune areas of my life, let me see it as preparation for the fruit you're about to grow within me. God, I ask that you strengthen me in this season of transition. When the familiar feels foreign, steady my steps. When the people around me don't understand my growth, let me walk forward with grace and humility. When I feel alone, whisper to me as you whispered to Elijah in the quiet. Remind me that solitude with you is not abandonment, it is protection. Tune my heart like an instrument in your hands. Adjust what needs adjusting, break what needs breaking, restore what needs restoring. Bring my thoughts, emotions, and desires into harmony with your purpose. Let every part of me reflect the work you're doing inside. Lord, if I'm entering a season of holy separation, help me honor it. Help me value silence when silence is needed. Help me guard my spirit from distractions that once seemed harmless. Teach me to recognize your voice above every other voice. Let my obedience become the seed of the blessings you have already prepared. God, I thank you for the strength rising within me, a strength I did not earn, a strength only you could place in my hands. Help me use it wisely. Help me move with humility. Let every gift you've placed in me bring life, encouragement, and clarity to others. Shape my influence so that it reflects your heart. When doubt tries to pull me backward, remind me of Peter, on the water steady not because the storm stopped, but because he trusted the one who called him. Teach me to look to you, not the waves. Teach me to move forward even when the path is unclear. Father, prepare me for the acceleration ahead. Align the people, opportunities, and moments that you have arranged for my growth. Remove everything that blocks your purpose. Clear the noise that keeps me from hearing you, and let every blessing that reaches me be used for your glory. Thank you for seeing every quiet battle I've fought, every tear I've shed, and every step I've taken just to keep going. None of it has been overlooked. None of it has been wasted. You are shaping me for something greater than I imagined. As I walk into the season ahead, let your presence go before me, behind me, and within me. Strengthen my spirit, guard my heart, and complete the work you have begun. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen. Thank you for praying with me today. If this message spoke to your spirit, let me know in the comments by typing 777 as your sign of agreement and alignment. And if you want to stay connected and receive more prayers and teachings like this, make sure to like the video, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss a word meant for you. God bless you, and I'll see you in the next prayer.